So guys, after waiting for a while, the conversion struts are in for our W220. These are the fronts, and these seem to fit the description right. It comes with a notch right here, and I'm presuming these are to bypass the Airmatic system, so you don't get that warning light. But we'll go ahead and read the instructions and see what's involved with that. So those are the fronts, right? You can already tell from the profile that the fronts are a little shorter than the back. They're coilovers. They're non-adjustable. All right. And these are the rears. Also coilovers. Non-adjustable. These are a lot longer. And they come with just that. All right. I don't see anything for the backs for these, but that's what we got, guys. And we're gonna take it to that. All right, so stay tuned, and I'll take you through the process and get back with you. So guys, the instructions were of absolutely no help. All right, so more importantly, it didn't cover what these or how these should be installed. All right, but we have a brain and we have common sense here, so just assuming it's going to go there. We'll figure it out when we cross that bridge, but this is the comparison from the one we just removed, the brand new one. All right, and this is the replacements from max speeding rods. All right, so we are gonna figure this out, get this in. It should be a plug and play, and as you can see, we have the inset screws here with the Allen, and this one also has the inset screws with the Allen, and the this portion that goes over the knob. All right, so stand by. I'm very curious to see what the stance is going to be. It looks like these are almost the same height. Well, this one's a little bit taller. The new one is a little bit taller, but let's get on to it. Right back at you. And just for a little close-up, max speeding rods. That's the same one I used on the LS430 on the fronts. All right, and so far I enjoy the ride. So that's what the top looks like. It might be adjustable to a point, not sure. And this is the dimensions. These are the dimensions. Hold on. 7590 by 15. All right, back at you. All right, so we took the other one back out. That's what we were left with. That's the knob I'm talking about. That this thing is gonna slip right over. All right, so hold on. And just like that, guys, we are in. All right, just pay attention to the orientation of this thing. It should be on the outside. Everything is all buttoned up, and we should be rocking. So let's get to the other sides, and we'll get on with the verdict. Okay guys, so while we swapped out the suspension here, I decided to go with some weight reduction. Did the compressor delete, All right, maybe we can keep that for another project. And that's all the carnage. That's where we're at, guys. So we're about to drop her down and see what she does. I haven't gone to the back yet, so the back is next. All right, so far better too high than too low, but it hasn't settled yet, and I haven't done the backs yet. All right, the back is going to sit a little higher, so that's going to force the front to go down a little more. All right, let's see this side. All right, and remember, we are also parking on an incline, so the weight is naturally being shifted to the back. So let's get to the back and let's see how this evens out. So guys, we're onto the back, and this is what the rear strut looked like. It's held on by this bolt right here, and just from looking at it, I believe we're gonna have to undo the link here, anti-sway link bar there, and that goes right up towards the back seat here. There's a speaker cover that covers that location right there, and I'm not sure whether you can see that, but we're gonna have three 13mm nuts on here. You're also gonna need to undo that line, the air line right there, which is a 10, okay, 10 mil. So it was easy to get to the outer screws with this here, but on the back one towards the window it's a little tough, so I'm gonna have to go with the open wrench here, the slow way. All right, so we'll work at this and let you know. And for the anti-sway bar link, guys, I just put the vise on that nut right there because it's going to keep spinning, and with a counter turn here, right, just like that, and you should get that loose. So that's going to aid in getting this arm to lower a little bit so you can slide that out. So let's see. It's the same concept on this rear lower arm here. Over here we have the vice grip that is holding that in place. All right, and then we're turning with this. You could also use another wrench and hold it over there, but smarter, not harder. All right, so, and just like that, we freed it with the aid of our power wrencher, and it's out. So it's just a matter of prying that out. Hold on. So guys, to get the best drop, you're gonna have to also remove this nut and bolt here, which looks like that, and of course it comes with that Torx end right there. What I did again was use my trusty vice grip here to hold on to that while I work this on the side with a it should be a 21, but my 23 was able to work it from the side because I was having issues with the socket and this backing plate here. All right, but a little patience, you should be able to get it. All right, so guys, I have to get up under here with a 19, all right, to get that piece of bolt with as you can see right there, that's our little strategy we've been using with the vice grip, and we're just gonna loosen that so we can get some more play in it to bring it down. But I have to go ahead and remove that bolt and that bolt just to kind of free it up so I could release that. All right, and remember to get the ones on the top, get the air hose and this connector here that goes all the way up into the I'm fitting to say the trunk, but I'm gonna just go ahead and cut that wire. All right, that's the original wire to the strut here. So guys, we're making some progress, not without some struggle, but to get that down by applying a little muscle. And this is what we have so far. This piece here that holds in the sway bar link is in the way. I tried loosening it up a little bit under here to get some play in it, but we're gonna go and we're just about there, so I jack this up a little more and just yank her out. All right, so it's gonna be a little struggle, guys. So guys, I just jacked it up a little bit more, all right, and push the lower portion of this forward to get a tilt on it, and then I'm going to yank it out this way, all right, because we have a lot of obstruction going on here, as you can see. So whatever works best. Oh yeah, and that wire, I just cut it. And just like that, she's out. Now the other one is going in. Carnage. In case you're able to locate a friend, all right, this is how I do it. I'm gonna put the jack here. I'm gonna use it to assist with bringing this up and putting that into place, and then screwing it in. All right, and we should be good to go. Hold on. All right, no ideas?
Where are you twisting there?
You're supposed to look and see if it's coming up. All right, go back over there. All right, sounds good. Whatever that was. So guys, we're on the last leg. Pointing note on these, I'm not sure about the strut master and the R-knots, but on these they come with the stud bolt, or the screw right here, which feeds into the housing in the back there. All right, I've been having a lot of problems on the other side trying to line those holes up while keeping this in the proper orientation that it should be, so when you go to button it up, it locks in. Let me show you real quick. So it's supposed to be in that orientation. So what I'm having is lining the screws up on top while keeping that orientation. No matter if I spin it around, blah blah blah, didn't work. So what I did was these actually are removable with the Allen. So oops, sorry, don't mind that. Blood was spilled on this one, guys. So what I did was go ahead, just remove those, and then when I feed it up, I just eyeball it and just ensure that they're lined up, because sometimes these are not, two of these are feeding in, the other one is not feeding in, etc etc etc. So I just eyeball it, and just once I button it up from the bottom, then I go on top, reinsert these, reinstall these, and then put the screw on top of that. All right, so that's just a quick note if you're using the max speeding rods. All right, and it is also very helpful if you have a second hand or a helper. All right, that goes a long way. So back at you. I don't suggest doing this alone, but if you don't have a helper, sometimes you just gotta resort to you know, doing this to kind of help you straighten the top or adjust the top while you you know, line the holes up. So wouldn't suggest doing it alone, but if you can't and you have to go solo, this is very, very helpful. All right, in addition to the other jacks. All right, guys. So guys, this is all the carnage, and this is what she looked like. The front has already been done, the back is about to go on, and just like that, this is the stance. Remember, we're on an incline, so both back and fronts are completed, not without some hardship, blood spill, and a few choice words. But this is how she's sitting now, guys. Remember the new headlights, taillights? All right. And from here, this should be all aesthetic mods for the most part. All right. That's how she's sitting. The fitment, or the struts, I had to make a slight modification to the installation process, but you know, I've never tried the strut master or the R-Knot aftermarket swaps, but I'm just thinking that they'll probably offer better quality and better fitment right out the box. This one is a up and coming company, or they might have been out there for a minute, but max speeding rods. But that's what it is, guys. We got it done. Waiting on parts was most of it, but for the most part, we got her in. She kicked and fought all the way down to the last screw. So I would say this is more for mod or a installation process for a professional type or very experienced DIYer, because you know, it wasn't easy on this vehicle, especially when you're doing it by yourself. But we got it done, guys, and that's it. Stay tuned. There's more to come. One key up. It wasn't as straightforward with the choice of struts that we went with. Max speeding rods. It was half the price, or more than half the price of the Strut Masters and your R-Knot replacement kits. So I'm not sure if that was why there's an issue with the fitment, but to start off, we had bad lugs on all wheels. We had to, well, 3 out of 4 wheels we had to crank them off. Then we had suspension issues getting the originals out. They were pretty seized on in there, as you can see from the previous episodes. All right, we also had, or quick fix did not work. We went ahead, we changed the compressor to a used one, good working used one. Still no joy. Changed some of the lines and filter, etc. So at that point, dug into the a little more deep dive into the diagnostics, and going through the fuse, we realized that 2 of the main fuses that control the air compressor and the air reservoir, those fuse sockets looked like someone has been in there before. So those fuse sockets were bad. They were producing no power, attempted to jump it, and immediately the compressor kicked in. However, it still wasn't raising the car. Rather than going any further, because to that point we had done the lower upper control arms, the front struts. Upon doing this replacement, we also realized that the rear struts were bad. So at that point, rather than deal with it any further, just went ahead and did the conversion. And to this kit didn't or doesn't come with the override for the Airmatic message there. All right, so as you can see, there's no message on this one. The way I overcame that, and actually I went ahead and I removed the air compressor for future use on something else. But the way I overcame that was in the fuse box over here, there's a 30 amp fuse that also control the air ride or the air compressor or air system, Airmatic system. So I removed that, and realizing just by removing that, we deleted the red error message that pops up. All right, as you can see, there's no red error message saying Airmatic failure, etc. Visit workshop. The only other thing we had was well, as far as messages on the dashes, this headlight is out, and as you know, these Mercedes always, they're notorious for giving you errors for, you know, signal bulbs being out, even though they're not. So, but guys, this is the stance. Front of it is a little sporty, so not too high, not too low, just perfect, I think. So we're gonna go ahead, give it a test run around the block, see how it feels, and get back at you. So guys, we're off to the races. We're taking it easy on this maiden voyage here. As you can see, guys, there's no error messages. Just by removing the fuse number 30, that clarified the issue. So I'd venture to say that the extra kit, as far as you know, rigging up and bypassing your main computer and the Airmatic computer system, is probably not necessary. You know, if you're comfortable with doing that. So we're driving, guys, and so far so good. And so far I think it's decent. Not as cushy as the air ride, definitely a bit sportier. All right, guys, so that's it. Talk to you.